Hi, I'm Rebecca and this is my vlog about knitting. I am 40 and a half years old. I will always add and a half to my age because I like it. I want people to know exactly how old I am. I don't know why. I'm really excited about my age, I guess. I live in Silverdale, Washington. I have 5 kids and 1 boyfriend and 2 dogs who are both named Kevin. And I knit. I knit a lot lately. I took a hiatus, but now I'm done. This is actually my second time recording. I'm so mad because I forgot to put my phone on airplane mode, which is what I do so I don't get distractions and phone calls. And I was wondering, can I put it on airplane mode while I'm recording? And the answer to that is no. I could have edited it, but I don't like doing that on the iPhone. And all I have is a phone, although I am getting a computer. I'm getting a computer. I'm really excited about that. A laptop. Okay. My work in progress is my Kurdish shawl. I'm really excited about it. I worked on it yesterday. So I'm dumb and I put a white progress keeper stitch marker on the white. So I couldn't find it a minute ago, but that's how much I got done. So excited about this shawl. It is stranded in a tarja. It's fantastic. I love it. The intarsia kind of is hard, and this you're using like 15 colors, like right here, but it's okay. It's okay. If you've never done intarsia before, don't be scared of it. It's easier than stranded knitting. It really is. All you do is when you get to a new color, you just twist the yarns around each other and keep going. That's literally it. So I know a lot of people are afraid of intarsia, but if you literally just watched a small tutorial, you would get it immediately because it is the easiest thing. I actually prefer it to stranded because it's so much faster. You don't actually have to do the stranded. If you do this pattern, you can just do intarsia if that's what you feel like doing, but I'm a little extra and I wanted to do the stranded because it looks more impressive. I'm using Knit Picks palette. I got the sunset themed box from Knit Picks and it's just a bunch of minis, which is really cool, and they're all coordinating. But I am getting the other one, the ocean themed one with the blues and the greens to add to this, which I think is going to be okay at this stage in the game because I did add some blues and greens from my personal stash, which is not very big, by the way. What else can I say about this? I love it. I'm having so much fun. This is how much I got done yesterday, just a couple rows, but I am in the second chart. You know what happened to me? When I was so excited to finish the chart and I actually turned it around and I wove in all of my ends. I know, right? Because I didn't want to do it at the end. It's going to be like 700 ends. No, thank you. So I just did it. And then when I got to the second chart, you're actually supposed to use these same colors. And so you can see, maybe I put in a lifeline right there. And so that's the end of the chart and then the beginning one. Oh my God, I felt so dumb. And this is what I get for not reading ahead, but I never read ahead in patterns because I like to be surprised by what comes next. That's not worked out for me sometimes, but I think it's fun. It does have it breaks it up with knit 2 together and some yarn overs. It is knit flat, so there is a lot of purling and you can't get around that. For this pattern, maybe you could. I know you can purl in the round and maybe cut it. I don't have time for that. I don't like steeking. I've done it like twice for baby items just to try it out. And I feel like it doesn't save a lot of time because the steeking process is so long. I feel like it's so long that it's not really worth it for me personally, but I know a lot of people love that. But there's no directions for knitting it in the round, so you'd have to just figure it out yourself. And that kind of seems horrible. I don't want to do that. So it is knit flat. This was a mystery knit along when it first started like 9 years ago. And so it's not the same pattern. It's going to change. There's about to be a zigzag all the way through. So yeah, Kieran Foley is the designer, and Kieran Foley has so many intarsia patterns that are so fun. I honestly kind of want to knit more, but a lot of them are just the same pattern over and over again. And I don't know if I could finish that. I love looking forward to the next section because I like changing things up in my knitting. That's why I do a lot of mystery knit alongs, is because I like cohesive patterns that have something new, and I don't like mystery knit alongs that are the same thing over and over again. Andrea Mowry. I didn't do the What the Fade when it first came out, but I did do it later because I knit it with a friend. my friend Julie from Julie Knits. We knit it kind of together, and that was really fun. I love my shawl, but if I had knit it as a mystery knit along, I would have been sad. Okay, those are my opinions there. But I did knit more than that yesterday because I've decided that knitting that intarsia stranded with my kids around, not the best option for me because it requires a lot of concentration. The stitch patterns on it have like, you know, they're more complicated, I guess, like 2 reds, 1 blue, 2 reds, 1 blue, 3 reds, 1 blue, red, blue, like that. It's a small chart, but it's not intuitive for me. Maybe it would be for somebody else. I would show you, but I don't share patterns. Although I did take a picture of it and send it to 2 people, because if you can figure out that shawl from 1 chart, then I guess congratulations, you are a master knitter. I kind of tried to angle it a little bit so it wasn't all visible. It's not bad. I'm really loving knitting that, but I can't knit it in front of my kids. That was my point. So yesterday I was like, well, maybe I'll knit a sock for my daughter for her birthday, which is coming up. And she's an adult almost, but her foot has stopped growing and she loves hand knit socks. Not enough to knit them. Are you guys seeing that ghost? Okay, that was wild. My house is on fire, I don't know. Anyway, so I was looking for my size 0 needles, and I only have 2 size 0 needles. That's the size I use exclusively for socks, but I keep size 0s. I'm so distracted by my ghost friend now. I only keep 2 because I don't want a bunch of sock whips, and I know that if I had like 7, I would have 7 socks on the needle and never finish them. I'm always impressed by people who have that going on and finish them, but that's not for me. So I did find my size 0s after searching them forever, and they were actually in a project bag. I get these bags, they stopped sending the bags, but I got these bags from Ipsy, and I think they're like perfect project bags. Anyway, so I did find my size 0s and I did knit on the sock, but my birthday socks, I haven't worked on these. I cast these on my birthday. They were the yarn was a birthday gift from my daughter, and so my other daughter. And so I was like, well, I can't start a freaking present for my daughter now because I have to finish my birthday socks, because this is my only pair of needles and I'm not willing to put a lifeline in and pick them back up. But I was kind of sad because I was like, well, I want to knit a pair of socks for my daughter. I already picked out the yarn for that, but I have to finish these, and I have to finish the second sock or I never will. And then I looked in the bag and I found out I already knit the first sock. So that's exciting. As you can see, the yarn is slightly different, although we are getting darker as we go along the foot. I'm almost done. But I like that, and a lot of people get disappointed, I know, when that happens, but honestly, that's what happens with hand-dyed yarn. So, and I don't mind it. I think it's kind of cool. And I don't know why, but I like having a left sock and a right sock. Like always having the same sock. So actually having different things makes me remember that like this is the left and this is the right. I don't know why I'm like that. I just really like that. Like having different socks for different feet. So there you go. That's going to be easy to remember. Yesterday, I did put in a stitch marker. I started right here. I had already knit the heel and done the heel turn, but I hadn't done any of the gusset or picking up the stitches. So I picked up the stitches and I knit the gusset and I knit the foot. My gusset is not perfect, and that's perfectly okay with me. It's not even visible, and I don't think there's any visible holes, so it's all good. So I did the gusset and then I knit this. This took me about 4 hours. I knit this pretty straight from, I don't know, 6:30 to 10:30, although I did get up and do other things, but not for long. So 6:30 to 10:30 is how much I got done in one day. But I knit on the Kurdish shawl. And then I wanted to show you my car socks, because I try to keep a pair of socks in the car because I don't like having nothing to do while I'm waiting. So I am knitting car socks. I only have one done because I end up not waiting very often. So, ew. Oh, okay, that's just like bark or something. I don't know. Thought it was a stink bug. We have so many stink bugs. It's so bad because my boyfriend insists on opening the kitchen window when it's hot, and it's so bad because the screen is like open. So we get so many stink bugs, and I'm afraid of bugs. I'm afraid of dead bugs. It's bad. And then I have this thing, like I have OCD, and so one of the things about that is that I cannot touch anything that has had a bug on it because the visual of the bug never goes away. So I did have a bug on one of my things in the kitchen, and now I can't touch it, which is depressing. I disinfected, it was on the counter, and I disinfected the counter, and it still is so gross to me. I am in therapy for that, and my therapist was like, you know, you have kids and dogs. Everything in your house is dirtier than something that a bug touched. Bugs aren't even that dirty, but you can't talk somebody out of their obsessive compulsive disorder. Logically, I know it makes sense. I get it, but you can't talk me out of it. The logic is there, but it's not. I can't do it. Anyway, my mental health problems. So this is the sock I'm using. This is 3 Irish Girls, which I don't think they're dying anymore. This is one of the first skeins of yarn that I ever bought that was hand dyed. So I bought this a long time ago. One of my goals for the year is to go through my old yarns and try really hard to knit them. So there you go. This is the first one, but I think I'm gonna finish because I'm just gonna keep it in the car till it's finished, and I won't have any other choices. So I did a fish lips kiss heel because that is my favorite heel, even though it's a little tight. It's just really fast. Don't be afraid of it. The pattern is 16 pages, but you only need like the last one. So, and it's easily memorizable. I like it. And yeah, so this is cool. This is what I'm doing in the car. I'm probably gonna forget to put it back in the car like I did yesterday, and I was at the orthodontist, and it sucked because I didn't have anything to do. So I don't know why, but like, I think people feel judged when they're in doctor rooms and like waiting rooms for being on their phones. I've seen so many parents come in, or just people in general, come in and read like they're a reader when you know they're not, because they're on the first page and everybody can see that. And so it's like, just bring the Kindle, because I feel like opening the first page of a book and trying to pretend you're like this reader is not, like, you're not fooling anybody. We all know that you're trying to be intellectual, and you're not. I'm probably insulting a lot of people, but honestly, I bring my Kindle sometimes because nobody needs to know that I just started a book. So, and I can read and knit at the same time, so that's a sock. Knit and read a sock. Knit and read a Kindle at the same time. So I always cast on a 2x2 rib, and I always knit until I get tired of it, which is about 13 rows, and then I add 2 more. So I'm usually at about 15 rows. There you go. I worked on that. No, I didn't. I work on it sometimes. You'll probably never see it again because I try to keep it in the car. And oh my gosh, I'm keeping it in my cute Utah bag that I got in Salt Lake, the Salt Lake Stitches event. Me and my friend Julie from Julie Knits got the same bag. So I think it's so fun, and I love that it's one of those bags that you can just hold while you're knitting, so you can like knit easier when you're standing up. So that's cool. That's my knitting lately. I'm getting, sorry, I keep saying I'm so bad at this. Getting that yarn today. Nothing interesting has happened. None of my kids had to be picked up from school yesterday. Love that. Yeah, that's all I got today. It's very short. So I guess I might talk to you later. Tomorrow, I might not. I have to take my daughter to the orthodontist for a consultation because all of my kids have jacked up teeth, which is so fun and cute, and I love that. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I will see you all on the flip side. Do people still say that? No, they don't. And yeah, so I guess I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye.